So now that we've had another attempted assassination of Mr. Trump, let's take a review of where we are, folks. Because again, the fact that the guy was able to get into the and near the ballroom was an indication of just total incompetence when not you can't even run the security. I mean, my gosh. I mean, we've got the drunk on the FBI, Cash Patel. We have the drunk running the Pentagon, Mr. Hegseth. And incompetency is the name of the Trump game. First of all, we got into this thing unnecessarily with Iran because there truly was no immediate threat. Our own intelligence people told him that. So now that the economy has gone into the dumpster, on top of that, we show up for an event and our security is so lax that some serious people could have been killed if the guy had been somewhat competent. Now, I'll tell you, if the Iranians had been doing this thing, the whole ballroom would have been gone, right? None of this, few shots and that's all over. And one of these days, somebody competent will, probably give it a whirl because, hey, I mean, this is Keystone Cops in charge, both nationally and globally. So let's review what's going on beyond, you know, are you kidding me? Making a ballroom is going to solve the problem of lack of, competency in an administration that's built on loyalty, not qualifications. In fact, Trump said his words, I don't like being around successful people. I'd rather be around losers. Makes him feel better. Well, tell you, we've gone a long way from America being the best and the brightest to now dumb and dumber. I mean, wait a minute. You're picking a guy who feels intimidated by having smart people around? Listen, a good president wants smart people around. That way you get, a lot of intelligent back and forth instead of, oh yeah, like in his first term, let's go nuke a hurricane. Well, he had professionals then that said, dude, bad idea. I mean, do you know what you're going to do? You're going to spread radiation for thousands of miles and it's going to last for thousands of years. Uh, but now he's got all the yes people around him who'd say, and they don't know anything about science. They weren't even, for vaccines. We're going to go back to the 16th century, I guess, where we don't believe in anything but witches and God knows what, because science is bad. He's just dismissed all of our science professionals in the science board. Who, no Republican before would have done that. No Democrat for sure. I mean, a Putin agent would do something like that on top of gutting all of our other top research facilities with Doge right off the bat when he came in the office, firing people left and right, left and right. None of that makes us stronger or better. It makes us weaker and dumber. And getting into this war with Iran was one of the dumbest moves made by any president in our 250-year history. Why? Because there truly was no immediate threat, no need for it. But Bibi Netanyahu, far right Israeli, under trying to duck a trial for fraud, so he's got to keep the war going to avoid the trial. Sound familiar? Yeah, it's kind of like Trump had to keep this going to not talk about Epstein and all that kind of thing. Well, so as a result, we shot up half of our inventory of missiles that will take years to replace because we don't make them as quick as we fire them. Meaning now China has got an advantage if they decide to move on Taiwan. We're screwed because we don't have it. They calculated that, the number of missiles it would take to counter their moves, and we're below that now. Trump has shot up all of our inventory. Not only that, but they're hiding the fact that all our bases are over there would just fucking hit hard, destroyed our radars, billions of dollars worth of damage to our AWACS planes. We've lost so much in the way of military equipment Everybody's saying, "Oh, we'll punch him again." Do you realize how crazy that is? Because Iran is smart. They're firing their missiles not just at Israel, not just at us, but also into those surrounding Arab states that hate the Iranians and they hate the Arabs. Been going on for thousands of years, right? But when a missile goes in and wipes out or damages the LNG terminal in Qatar or one of the Oman or one of these other places, whoa, that's going to take 5 years to rebuild. And so if we start bombing again, we're going to see a lot more of Iran hitting Arab oil facilities. You think we got a problem now with high prices and a blocked Strait of Hormuz? It will be worse, and it can get worse because Trump knows how to make the wrong decision every time by some instinct. He will make it worse. By putting his blockade on top of the Iranian blockade, you're basically screwing all the countries, our allies included, Japan, Korea, etc., that now they're not even being able to drive for 1 day a week in Korea because of the gas shortage. Because all that is bottled up in the strait. Even if this thing somehow magically stopped tomorrow, 6 months from now, it would take to clear the mines and get things going back to about 130 ships a day instead of zero going through now. So that's the 20% shortfall we have in the oil market that hits us in the pocketbook in America too, because oil is globally priced, not just local. And a couple things will come out of this. You're going to see a massive move towards clean energy. Wind and solar doesn't have to go through the Strait of Hormuz, not a bit. And because they realize how codependent they have been running their economies on oil, they're going to want to decouple that. It's better to have your own wind, solar, some these new modular nukes that are smaller and safer and quicker to build than a bunch of, fossil fuel crap that you can't get to put in your refineries. That's where things are. And like I said, I've seen this as the international legal negotiator in about 50 countries so far. So, I know how the global economics work. Uh, Too bad that people in the White House don't have a clue how it works. They're Beavis and Butthead, Eric and Don Jr. got 2 billion in crypto out of the Middle East for their one of their crypto deals. And Daddy gets the 747 worth of, half a billion. Um, if that's not legalized bribery, what is? Can you imagine Obama or Biden doing that? And oh my God. So basically, we're in a pickle and it's not going to stop soon. As a small business owner, I've seen my best days were under the Biden administration, and since Trump took over, things have gone off the cliff. Literally off the cliff, and not just for me. It's been national. My guys I talk to in the network, they're all in restaurants. People are just don't have. Well, you got to pay another dollar a gallon for gas. We all need gas, right? If I had an EV, I'd be thrilled right now. I wish I had a EV RV that the one I have only gets 8 miles to the gallon. Well, that's going to be a killer versus, something electric where I plug in every campground, recharge, go to the next stop, yeah, more civilized, even fraction of the cost. So hang on to your hats. Things will get worse because he's clearly, I mean, he fell down leaving the White House Correspondents' Dinner. He wasn't told to dive, he just took a dive. His health is crap. His mental health is crap. It shows with these crazy all cap, rage this, rant that. What normal person does that every day, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning? That's not grounded in any kind of rational leader that you want to have. This is like a, 5-year-old with a hand grenade, pulling the pin, whatever. And guess who gets the fallout? It's us, not just us Americans, but us, the world. I mean, right now, the entire global economy is effed. And so until he's gone, it's going to stay the same. And dementia, I lived with a person who got dementia. All right. It never gets better and it never stays the same. It always, whatever, today's the best day they will ever be. And from here on out, it will be worse and worse and worse. Trump is clearly showing dementia. Where else are they hiding his brain scan? The white part in the brain scan, that's dementia. Look it up. Michael Fedlin, till next time, and let's hope there is a next time. And get some professional competence. Get rid of Patel. He's an idiot. Get rid of Keg's breath for the Pentagon. He was a Fox News guy. He's firing our good generals. How does that make sense? And Trump getting rid of all our key science people. Only a Russian agent would do stuff like this. And he's cut off Ukraine, so he's letting Putin rape Ukraine and fire missiles every day, every day, every day. But no, we got to go off and fight this stupid thing in Iran. And they still got tons of missiles. You killed the one top guy who opposed having a nuke. He has made it worse. Trump kills all he touches, folks. I'm sorry. If you vote for any Republican in November, you are insane because right now, America is insane. Till next time, Michael Phelan.